Hello and welcome to Peter Scott Cars. Today we have this 2017 Mini Clubman. The car's just had the one mature gentleman owner from brand new. Fantastic example with all Mini main agent service history. Just starting with the front of the car, get as close as I can so you can see there's no stone chips of any note. That is the case all the way along the front of the car. As I get very close to the edge of the bonnet, really am struggling to see any stone chips. So a couple of little absolute minute ones to the very edge of the bonnet. Just put my fingernail next to them so you can see how insignificant they are. As to be expected, and certainly nothing more than that. As I said, have to be really close to even notice them at all. Certainly no scuffs or marks to any of the bumper corners. As I take a step back and look down the entire passenger side of the car, can't see any parking dents. All four of the alloy wheels really nice, as I'll show you as we go around the car. Starting with the passenger front, struggling to see any marks at all to that alloy wheel. Car does have premium branded tyres fitted all round, always a sign of a very well maintained vehicle. There's absolutely nothing negative to point out on the passenger front wing. That does include the plastic arch, free from any scuffs or marks. Moving on to the passenger front door, exactly the same, can't see any scratches, chips, etc. There's no scuffs or marks to either of the mirror covers. Moving along the passenger door, really am struggling to see anything to point out. Get close up underneath the door handle to show you there's no marks or scratches. Can be quite common. Can't see any chips to the door edge. Once again, can be quite common. Onto the rear door in identical condition. Struggling to see anything detrimental to point out. Moving along the door, that does once again include no marks underneath the handles, no chips to the door edge. All plastic arches, free from any scuffs. Nothing to mention on this rear panel either. That alloy wheel, exactly the same as the passenger front. Once again, struggling to see a single mark. Just taking you into the car from the passenger side. Passenger step completely unmarked. Mini kick plate, really nice. No scuffs to the interior plastics. As you'd expect with the age and mileage of the car, all seats really nice. No sign of any wear to the edge or wing of the passenger seat. The car's had the genuine mini overmats fitted from new, so there's absolutely no sign of any wear to the carpets or footwells. Do still have the genuine mini overmats with the car. No sign of any wear to either of the door cards. Can be quite common to see a few little marks and scratches while on the door handle and window switches, but not on this Mini. Taking you into the rear of the vehicle. Once again, no marks to the steps. Seats in the rear really do look like they've hardly ever been sat in. Just bringing you around to the rear of the vehicle. As I mentioned at the start of the video, all bumper corners free from any scuffs or marks. That does include the plastics lower down. Car does have the rear parking sensors. No marks to the centre of the bumper either. Car's never backed into anything at all. Nothing to point out on the rear doors. Just opening those doors up, taking you into the luggage compartment. First, I'll point out the car does have the plastic protector on the rear of the bumper. Just gives an indication of the level of care afforded to this Mini. Moving into the luggage compartment, there's no scuffs to any of the plastics. They are the genuine Mini overmats with the car. The car has actually had double overmats, so it's had the heavy duty Mini ones, then it's also had the cloth ones as well. Once again, just gives an indication of the level of care afforded to the car. Parcel shelf is present. The inflation kits with the car as well. Just bringing you around to the driver's side of the car. As I look down the entire side, exactly the same as the passengers, struggling to see any parking dents. Once again, just get close up to show you no scuffs or marks to the bumper corner. Nothing to point out on this rear panel. There's no chips or scratches. Plastic trims, once again, free from any scuffs. Can't see any marks to that alloy wheel. Moving on to the door. Once again, no chips to the door edge or marks underneath the handle. As I take a step back, really am struggling to see anything to point out on the door. Do want to take you into the vehicle from both sides, just so I can show you all the steps. As I said, seats in the rear really do look like they've hardly ever been sat in. Moving on to the driver's door. If there's going to be any marks underneath the door handle or chips to the door edge, usually is on the driver's, but once again, struggling to see anything to point out. Also, if there's going to be any sign of any wear to the interior, usually on the driver's seat, but just get a close-up once again to show you how nice the seat is. Really is an absolutely cherished example. A credit to the chap who's owned the car from brand new. As I go around the entire car, inside and out, other than those absolute minute stone chips, really am struggling to see anything detrimental to point out at all. It is worth noting we have all our vehicles independently inspected by the AA. That is a 128-point inspection, which includes a 5-mile road test by an AA engineer, just to make sure the car is correct on the road. You can view that 128-point inspection report on our website at www.peterscottcars.co.uk. All our contact information is also on the website, so if you do require any further info about this Mini Clubman, then please don't hesitate to get in touch. We are currently offering free mainland UK delivery on all cars. To have a car delivered, we just ask for a fully refundable £100 deposit. The car is then transported to your home address, where you can test drive and inspect on your own. You only pay the remaining balance for the car when you're completely happy. If you have any other questions about the delivery process or car in general, please do just ask. There you have our full walk around video. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch. Hopefully it was helpful.